Welcome one, welcome all to Vision Podcast. This podcast focuses on athletes past, present and future. I'm your host Jordan McKenna and I help athletes tell their stories. Everyone has their sights set on something. I know everyone has a vision, and my question is, what's yours? Hello and welcome to episode 109 of Vision Podcast. On this week's episode, we speak to an athlete from Albania. Ilia Kalizi in this chat talks about his country and what it means to him, as well as the sport that he has chosen to do and is currently succeeding at. Ilia is a long-distance runner with a great attitude. Here is my chat with Ilia Kalizi from Albania. Ilia, thank you very much for joining me for a chat about athletics and, of course, yourself. Do you mind starting by introducing yourself?
Thanks for having me. My name is Ilir Kalezi. I'm an athlete of long distance and currently champion of Albania in 10 kilometers, half marathon and marathon.
Can you tell me about your country, Albania, and athletics in it? What's it like as a sport?
I live in Albania in a small town called Korça, when the athletic has been a tradition for years and it produces a lot of young talents, and it still does.
What made you get involved in this sport of athletics?
Since I've been little, I used to love sport, especially football. But with my abilities, I've been advised by my coach to try cross race, which I got first place, and from there I fell in love with running long distance.
Was there anyone in long distance running that you looked up to, whether it be in your country or in the world, that inspired you to be a better athlete?
Yes, of course. My idol who inspired me to give my all and do my best was an athlete who did mid-long distance, Kenenisa Bekele, and simply because I used to watch his races and he was unbeatable and broken a lot of records.
It is great that you found inspiration in such athletes as Bekele. Now, what's your training involve? What does it take for you to become the athlete that you are now today?
I train twice every day, depending on the race I'm training for. Because, like I said, I do different kind of distances, and my training always changes. And my coach, Eugen Chili, is always by my side, helping me to reach my best results in national and international races.
Do you have a favourite moment from your career? Are there any favourite stories from events that you've had the privilege of participating in throughout the years? What can you tell us about your journey so far?
Oh yeah, my favorite moment was in 2016 in Yerevan, Armenia, in an international half marathon, wherein 6,000 athletes from all around the world. I finished second, and it was a surreal feeling, and I also reached my personal best time. And the best event I've been to was in Shenzhen, China in 2011, who was run by Universidada, where I represent the university of my city and obviously my country. We've been there for a few weeks with a lot of my other athletes friends, and I have a lot of good memories from that place and that event. So yeah.
I want to take this time to congratulate you on the effort that you've put in so far, and of course the wins that you've had in the past. It's great to see that you've been able to succeed at a sport that you've put all of your effort into. Well done on that. Now, can you please explain to those that are listening, as well as myself, what events you've participated in?
Yeah, I'm a regular participant of 10-kilometer cross, half marathon, marathon. I've represented my country in 10 European cross races, in 9 European mount running, in 9 world mount running, and in Mediterranean Olympics, and in a lot of Balkan races.
What do you hope for your future in regards to your running, and what are your goals?
My goal is to improve my personal best time and break the national record for a half marathon. And I've been champion in 10-kilometer cross running for 14 years in a row, and hopefully the winner to win the next race and extend that record to 15 years in a row. And this is something no athlete in my country has ever reached, and hopefully I can be the first.
I hope that you're able to achieve the goals that you've set for yourself. And on top of that, as an athlete, you have a lot to deal with in regards to caring for your body and, of course, caring for your mental health. Now, I would like to ask you the question about how you overcome negative feelings or thoughts as an athlete, and how important is mental health to you?
Good question. Mental health is very important to me, and I try to keep always positive vibes in victory or defeat, and always learning from my mistakes or whatever that might bring my emotion down. I overcome the negative thoughts by working hard year by year to reach great results, and focusing on my goals and always trying to improve myself.
Perfect answer. Now, what advice would you give young athletes who are starting in the sport of athletics, either in your country or worldwide?
My advice would be to every young athlete to fall in love with the sport, because it's the best sport. It's healthy, it's culture, it's discipline. Basically to dedicate to the sport and work hard for their dreams.
Thank you very much for that great advice. I'm sure athletes that are listening will appreciate it very much. Thank you, Ilir, for joining me for a chat on my podcast. I appreciate your time and wish you the best of luck for your future.
Thank you for the invitation. It was my pleasure.
There we had Ilir Kalizi from Albania, a great man with great advice for young athletes. You can definitely tell that he admires the colours that he wears on his chest when he competes, for not only his local club in Albania, but for his country. I wish him the best of luck in his future and hope that once he decides to leave the sport, he still provides great inspiration to those around him, not only in the country that he lives in, but worldwide. Thank you very much, Ilir. And thank you very much to the listeners tuning in once again. Join me next week. Who knows who we're going to get. Make sure to check out Vision Podcast on Facebook, Spotify, iTunes, and all other podcast platforms. Always remember, we all have a vision. What's yours?